That's where he usually does the best.
That puts him back up to 11th. Craven now in front of him in 10th. And the rookie, Ricky Craven, out of Newburgh, Maine. Gee, he's having a great race. Came in here tied with Presley.
But he's still on the lead lap, Richard.
Yeah, but we're getting there. Making a pit stop now. Yeah. Coming down pit road here.
But he's still on the lead lap, so he's still racing.
Well, with Gordon's early problems, Martin's recent trouble, Earnhardt, he's likely to leave Charlotte with at least a 100-point lead. Just watch this pit stop on the Petty team. See that NASCAR official counting how many people you have over the wall, Richard?
Why would he do that?
Still counting, too.
They're making sure they didn't just get an extra one over there.
That's right.
It takes one more.
It's a bad pit stop there.
22.
That's our slowest pit stop. 22.
And you see Bobby Hamilton getting back to work. Jimmy Hensley has just brought the 17 in. The show he's given folks in that car. He's running 14th, and here's Earnhardt. Came in 4th spot. Headed down to the end of pit road. Make a stop. Dick Berggren's there.
7-time national champion, 3-time winner of this race, Dale Earnhardt brings it in. On the right front, Andy Petrie. He's the crew chief. Ricky Mears is doing the right rear. Mike Moore, the jackman du jour. He gets right around that car. Petrie now on the left side. Chocolate Myers puts the gas in. They know how critical this stop is. We're getting right down to it. And Chocolate runs right behind the car. 1894. Nice stop for Earnhardt with 2 new men on the crew tonight.
That was on lap 330. So I wonder, can they make it by? I mean, I wonder if they can make it to the end of the race. They're saying no.
They can't run it. Don't think so.
If they do, Gary Nelson will be down there with a fine-tooth comb.
He might be anyway.
Most likely, you're right.
Can't get much.
What do you think of the job he's doing? I mean, seriously, Richard, as a car owner now, is it better?
Well, I don't know anything's any better. You know, overall, he really tries to keep up with what's going on. Some of the stuff I think he get a little bit too picky on, but if you don't pick on everything, then the big things are going to get away from you. But I think overall, what they're trying to do and what he's trying to do is make it competitive for everybody, all makes of cars, all drivers and stuff, and give everybody as fair a chance and make a level playing field just as much as he can. And he works hard at that.
Lap 332. 498 miles complete. Steve Burns is down there for Rudd's stop.
Ricky Rudd has just put a car in the pits. Jeff Chandler on the front tires. Come around the side. Everything looks good so far. Dick Berggren said they've got to nail these final pit stops. The jack goes under the left side. Jeff Chandler hits the left front tire. They're down and away. Let's go to Randy Pepper.
Well, Sterling Marlin is in. I believe he made it 67 laps on that tank of fuel. Kenny Schrader in. 3 pit stalls behind him. Marlin done with his 4-tire stop. And Schrader, they're around, going around to the left-hand side as of now. Ken Howe's crew continues to work on the Budweiser Chevrolet. A good stop so far. 2 cans of gas. They would love to try and make it another 67 laps. That would be 400. Schrader down and away.
And there are 67 laps to go in this race. As you come to lap 334, 66 laps to go. Here's Steve Burns.
Terry Labonte coming down pit road. Walter Smith, the jackman. Gary Smith, the tire changer. They're down and under the car. Terry Labonte radioed in a few laps ago that the car felt a little bit tight. We'll see if they'll make any chassis adjustments. Walter Smith brings the jack around the driver's side of the car. They've got it up with no problem. This is a very smooth pit stop.
Come in for 4 tires. They were happy about that when he's down and away. Bobby Labonte back out.
They took a round and a half a bite out of Terry Labonte's car. I can see that. Yeah, but they had a slow stop too, so they're going to be about.
And as he comes back on the track, 99 miles to go. 99 miles left in this Coca Cola 600. Track for a new record unless there's a lengthy caution from here on in. Ken Schrader in front, Earnhardt is second, and how about Lake Speed? Old Spam car up in 6th spot. Great run by Lake Speed thus far in this event. And 11 cars, 12, stay in the lead lap. There's your leader,
Again,
Schrader.
each other, huh?
Hey, guys, take a look at those pit times. There's Rudd at an 18.6. And when Rudd came back on the track, he was 4th. Schrader 1st, Bobby Labonte 2nd, and Dale Earnhardt 3rd.
Hey, Ricky Rudd's had a lot of good stops all day today. I just saw Dale Earnhardt and Bobby Labonte racing together pretty much wide open.
Mark Martin is back on the track, and we can get an update on the story of car 6 right now.
It wasn't much, but it was significant. A broken hose that leads to his oil cooler. That's all it was. They went back behind into the garage, replaced it, Mark's back out. Tough break.
9 laps down. Mark Martin in car number 6 now being shown 29th on the field. It's going to be hard to run 500 miles. Be right up in it and have something like that. Have to come back out and just grit your teeth and run this last part out for the points.
You get used to it. I mean, you know, because it happens all the time.
It grows on you.
Yeah.
It is hard. It is really, really tough. It's real disheartening to know you're out there, you got a good car, and you're doing everything you can. You know, you're just going to have so many good days anyway, and you're doing everything you can. And all of a sudden, you're out there running and know there's no chance of doing good. So that really hurts.
Keep seeing the Bobby Allison car number 12 in here. That's Derek Cope at the controls of that one, and is running back in 19th spot. It's a couple of laps down to the leaders. You have 12 cars still in that lead lap. 11 of them chasing this man, Ken Schrader, as he goes for it in the Coca Cola 600. About to lap Dick Trickle in car number 15. The 18 car, Bobby Labonte, at the moment is actually catching up with his number 25.
I think it's time for everybody to turn the wick up. It's if you have some boost, you're gonna put it up. And they don't have none, but it's time to stand on the gas.
If you got it, you better show it now, because it's getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Nitty-gritty.
That interval is really getting pared down.
Obviously, the 18's running them down a lot.
We'll come back to follow this battle for the lead between Ken Schrader and Bobby Labonte, with Earnhardt just outside in 3rd. 3:44 complete. That rough old diamond called the Charlotte Motor Speedway taking its toll. They've got a black flag out for Robert Presley of Asheville, North Carolina, tied in the rookie standings. He's on pit road, enjoying some smoke out of that car. As he comes in, number 33 comes to a halt. They're going to lift the hood on the Jackson car and see if they can do anything to get him back in. Let's get back out on the racetrack and watch this affair. There's Hut Strickland in the 26 and 6 spot, and Sterling Marlin coming after him another time around Jimmy Spencer.
It's amazing how many cars just keep racing in the same spot. You know, it's I mean, it's like deja vu. You know, you just all the guys keep their speeds are kind of somewhat the same, and sooner or later they end up in the same spot.
You see Michael Waltrip just behind that pair. He's in 8th. As you look back just behind him, there's the 30 of Michael Waltrip in the 8th, and Lake Speed is staying right there with him. Jimmy Hensley's back on pit road in the 17. There's that 9 car.
Lake Speed's one we haven't really talked about all day, and he's right there in what is it, 8th?
To 9th, I think.
Yeah.
No, 8th. You're right.
Yeah.
Lake Speed, and they're giving him a nice spot on the NASCAR story now.
He's just been running regular. He hadn't been running fast. Just a regular deal. Making decent pit stops, running decent on the racetrack. It's starting to come to him now, you know. He's right there behind some pretty good cars.
And here's 30 and 4, still at it. Waltrip and Marlin. As Jeff Gordon's going back behind the wall another time. He's been in and out of the garage area several times in the course of his 600.
I can tell you what they've done. They've looked at pit the monitor, and they couldn't gain any more spots. They're probably going to retire for the night.
So it's the 13th if he's officially out. He's headed for the truck. so you can call it the 13th time that the 600 pole sitter has failed to be around to finish this one up. Terry Labonte and Ricky Rudd. That's for 4th.
And then Terry Labonte is driving the car that Ricky Rudd drove last year. So, you know, now that's one of the things that you kind of forget about, but because of the paint schemes have changed.
As to the number 3, Dick Berggren can tell us about the Earnhardt car right now.
We're going to let somebody tell you about the Earnhardt car that really knows. Andy, we're really getting right on down to it now. Around 50 laps to go. What's the strategy?
Well, right now, we're trying to get that 25 car. You know, if we have a caution here, we may adjust the car a little bit and try to beat him, but we don't look good right now.
Randy Pemberton.
Well, we'll check in with Jimmy Maycar. He's watching his driver, Bobby Labonte. Hey, how you doing on the stopwatch with Schrader leading?
I believe we can catch him a little bit. We've been in traffic for the last few laps and have been able to close and gain. But now they're in some open traffic. I think they'll get a good shot at him. I think we're a little better than him. About a 10th a lap, 500ths a lap. But still a little ways to go. We'll have to wait and see.
Fuel, no problem?
No, we're okay on fuel.
Well, there's Bobby Labonte. 2nd spot. Up in front of him, Schrader. And he has been nipping the 10ths of a second off lap after lap, trying to chase down the Missouri driver in car number 25. We'll take a look at the interval right now as he puts a lap on Bobby Hamilton. And there you see the difference between 1st and 2nd spot out here tonight as we get down to the finish.
Schrader is blown the engine in the 25 Budweiser car. He takes his helmet off. Obviously hot. He's frustrated. We're going to try and get a quick word. He had his best chance to win since he won last in 1990. Kenny, what can you say? Tough break.
Not too good today. I need a Bud real bad. Thing was good. The guys did a heck of a job. The car was good. It's the car. I mean, the fab shop worked to get it back. Jeff and Ray and Terry and Gary helped us, and we had something good.
Okay, better luck next week.
Next week, Dover, Delaware. Heartbroken Ken Schrader. $1.4 million. Paychecks have all been written. All they've got to do is fill in the names. 2nd in 91. He led 168 laps before the engine expired on car number 25. So now
Made it a pretty good way.
huh?
Yeah, made it in a pretty good way, right?
Bobby
All right.
Labonte has it for the moment. And let's see if he can stay there for Joe Gibbs again.
And they've already told us that they can go all the way on fuel. And I'm sure he's just going to
Cruising.
bide his way.
Oh, he's in pretty good shape now because he's not having to race with anybody.
Right.
He's out there. The traffic is spread out pretty good now. So if he's catching anybody, he's catching one at a time. So he can be real cautious about how he's passing because really nobody's catching up with him either.
And we've been talking about numbers. I wonder what race this is for Bobby Labonte number-wise.
We've got some late breaking news right now on Dale Earnhardt. Let's go to Dick Berggren.
Ken, they've been calculating fuel mileage here in the Earnhardt pit. 64 laps as long as they can go. They last pitted. Not enough time to go all the way to the end. They're going to come up about 5 laps short. No matter how they calculate it, and they have been calculating it here all night long, Earnhardt is going to have to stop for a gas and go before this thing is over. He cannot make it to the end.
You could have Labonte's 1 and 2. You see Terry right back there in 3rd, closing up on Earnhardt another time. We now have 8 cars in the lead lap. Bobby Hamilton has gone a lap down. Ricky Craven was just passed by Hamilton. And so Mast has passed Craven as well. Hamilton, 9th. Craven, 10th. Mast, 10th. And Craven, 11th. Richard Childress looking on.
Richard's trying to figure out how to get some more gas in that thing.
Shit. So find somebody to draft with, right?
Yeah.
Well, they pull away from Terry Labonte there. We're showing 365 complete as you get this 360 lap rundown. 365, working 366 towards 400 with Bobby Labonte with the advantage. And it's a big one. What, 6 seconds over Earnhardt in 2nd place.